at least 8 people have been killed by meningitis. The 8 are part of 21 reported cases in the West Gonja district of the northern region. Confirming the deaths to JoyNews, District Chief Executive of the area, Said Muhazu Jibril, said the people died because they reported the cases to the health facilities too late. At least 4 communities within the Gonja district are under strict surveillance following the latest recorded deaths, which happened actually a week ago. We can go on the line for more updates because health officials have been meeting on the matter. But Said Muhazu Jibril is the DCE for Gonja West. Sir, thank you very much for your time here on the Pulse. Do we know the kind of meningitis we're dealing with now, the one which has claimed 8 lives so far?
Yes, Matilda, it is a strain called the Meningitis. And the meningitis is a different strain that we usually know. And this one comes during the dry season as a result of dryness of the throat. So when that happens and there's a little crack and someone who has it can easily transmit it to another person who has a cracked throat. So that's the strain we have in the district.
If the strain is caused by the dry season, then it's obviously not a new thing in your area. Why is it that authorities there have not been able to secure yourself against this? Because this is not the first time we've heard of this sort of outbreak in that part of the country.
Yes, it's due to the fact that this season comes with it, and in fact, the first time we recorded this was in somewhere December, around the 14th or the 15th of December, when we lost a student girl from the Damango Senior High.
Right.
And since then, we've been able to contain the situation from the central government as well as the district assembly here with some other philanthropists. In fact, what has happened currently, we don't have a situation where you have a lot of people coming complaining of that this particular strain. Once in a while they come and they are treated. Those who know get the symptoms and they know that these are the symptoms of meningitis. They come and they are treated and they go. But the problem has to do with the villages where we are the rural communities, where they usually take this particular disease or this particular meningitis as common fever. By the time they realize 3-4 days is gone too far for the hospital authorities to be able to deal with it. And so it all boils down to education, lack of education.
Speaking
of
we
are dealing with right now.
So speaking of which, can you tell us the strategies that your outfit is putting in place so you can contain the situation? You're basically saying that people are ignorant about some of the science and what ought to be done. What is being done by your outfit to make sure that people get the kind of information that they need to make informed choices?
Yes, today is the second time we've met with the rapid response emergency team of the district in terms of health. We have met twice and we have made sure that all resources that we can mobilize as a district assembly, we got resources from the assembly, from the MP of the area. Then we also just spoke to a few people in Accra, and likely we got the Deputy Chief of Staff, Lawyer Bujinafo, who has also sent down some monies for us to be able to carry out the campaign. Currently, is the campaign that we have to deepen. Because if we don't do that, then we will still record more deaths. And so what we are doing now is that the district, we have set aside some money, though urgent it is, we didn't plan for this, but we have to cough money to be able to stop this menace in the district. From what is happening currently, we realize that we have to go into the community. So we've deployed 3 vehicles, of which we have mounted public address systems on them, and they are working more than 12 hours a day into the communities, especially the rural communities, to educate people. As of now I'm talking, there's nobody on admission with meningitis.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we don't know what will happen, because sometimes you see that for about a week, you don't get any report of meningitis. Then within a week, you get 2-3 people coming with the disease. So that's what we are going through right now. So we are trying to educate the people in the district.
Are you making use of the local community radio stations as well? Those are quite effective.
Yes, we have only one radio station here in Damascus. That's Peace and Development. I just met the coordinating director barely 30 minutes ago. We are owing them some money, so we have to pay them to allow us to be able to use it again. So we are just raising a memo for them, for the health team to be able to talk to the entire community.
8 persons out of 21 have died. What's happening to the remaining 13?
The 13 have been discharged. They have been treated and discharged. Currently, there's nobody on admission at the district hospital with meningitis.
We also understand that there was a meeting ongoing between yourself and health officials there. What's the outcome?
Yeah, the outcome has to be education, and they needed some budget allocation. They brought a budget, and we have released the money to them, and that is what they have gone to do. So by tomorrow, we will see the situation on the ground. But so far, we've been able to contain it. So what we have also done is that the recent death that we recorded from Larbanga, another community near Damango, actually we have acquired some drugs for them, some antibiotics, for them to do the contact tracing with the family members that were directly in contact with the disease, so that we can get them those medicines for preventive measures. That's what we've done.
It sounds like a plan, but what really do you think is the problem? Why this keeps recurring? This disease just keeps recurring and it keeps claiming lives.
I think this is the first year I'm hearing of this particular strain. The commonest is just the ordinary CSM. Is this year the district has recorded this type of strain, and so from the medical superintendent point of view, there's no cure to it. Once you have been, the best thing to do, once you have been affected, the best thing to do is to come to the hospital quickly, so that they could do some lumbar puncture and get the test done and get you their antibacterial, antivirus, and whatnot. So this is why we are facing that problem. The problem is early reporting to the hospital. So we just have to intensify our
education.
Yes.
You mentioned that you were gathering some monies. Like it seems that you are trying to raise some funds to support this. How much exactly do you need?
For now, anytime they bring their budget, we are able to meet it. We are able to meet it. So when we are not able to meet it, then we'll fall on the regional health services for them to come and help. But for now, we've been able to contain their budget.
And I'm asking because you mentioned that you've received some donations here and there. For example, one from the Deputy Chief of Staff. Yes,
we received 5,000 Ghana cedis from him. It was paid directly to the Health Directorate.
And
is the that MP, we have received 3,000 from him, and he also paid it directly from for the Health Directorate. But the District Assembly, we can't quantify it because they come on and off and take the money and go. So we don't know how much so far we've spent on this meningitis.
So the monies that you're getting from the MP, from the Deputy Chief of Staff, are they official funds that are supposed to come to you, or these are their personal donations to you?
They are personal donations, because there was, we have a system that we are running called the giftment. So sometimes the urgency of the issue is said that you cannot pick money and just disperse it. You have to go through the giftment process, and sometimes it takes you a long time. But you may need the drugs urgently too. So you fall on the ordinary people to support. So that's what we do. Until we are able to go through the normal processes, the lay-down processes, before we can give them the money needed for their work.
So as far as you're concerned at the moment, money is not a problem. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, money is not a problem.
Money is not a problem.
So far, we've been able to contain their budget.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll say a very big thanks to you.
Thank you,
Said Muhazu is a DCE for Gonja West there, and talking to us about what they're doing about the meningitis scare that's killing people. 8 people have just been killed in the last 2 weeks, and that's quite scary.